basement. Level vibes with another one. Straight up. Blackness, aye. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, we have to gather round, grab a seat and sit down, pay attention. Education, liberation, we have to stand strong. Benskop upon the radio, lively up the program. Everybody call somebody and let them turn and tune and on the radio and catch the boom song. We boom it up already, we have to boom it up again. Expose and reveal him. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop.
Yeah, my name is Jasnity Kaldata Francis Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my ex next to the cop, and what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data.
This is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
All right. Hey, guess what? It's 9 minutes after 9 o'clock. Tonight, we are broadcasting in this Policia vehicle. I will take the window down. I'll ask our operator. You guys will get a chance to see me in the Policia vehicle. Please communicate with us via Spanish. If you have whatever problems you have, communicate with us. Just say, if somebody just has a gun and you don't know how to speak Spanish, just say gonorrhea, run around in El Paso. But just if it's a gun, say gonorrhea, and we'll understand you. Learn to speak Spanish. Tony Hack, how are you doing? Tony Hack is a sweet talker. He's just like some of these. I'm not saying that Tony, I wouldn't do that to you. But Tony Hack starts off on the right side of the show. Tony Hack is saying, who tell the truth? Tony Hack, once he does that, just expect Tony Hack to be on the attack tonight against the trench crappo. And so tonight, Tony Hack is one of our special persons tonight. And so we take this time out to recognize Tony Hack has been on the grind all the time. These are the people who contribute towards the many changes that we see in Guyana. Lots of other folks, I can call all of your names tonight. Every single one of you. Marla Alicock, you are another one. And let us say hi. All of these people, all of you play your role. All of you play your part. Every single one of you. They have several Brendas on. And they're either B or C. There's Brenda Braithwaite. There's Brenda Billy. And then there's Brenda Casey. They're all the Brendas. I don't know if you guys listen to reggae. There's a reggae song that goes something like, anyways, I don't want to sing. It's a beautiful night, right? Brenda, you know you're there on my mind. Brenda, you know you're one of a kind. Good evening to all of you, the Bookers, everybody, Sparkling Wills. We can't leave you out, Sparkling Wills. Paula Pollard, we can't leave you out. Erwil Don Cook, we can't leave you out either. And if you don't hear your name's called, don't get your bumps all raised and hold it against me and all manner of things. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Sifiris and all. Just do not do that to me. Gavin Caesar, all of you, Cheryl Pancham, Matthew, but in Guyana we say Matthew, right? Over here you say Matthew, right? You got to curl up into Matthew. Vanessa Stewart. All right, look, enough of that. Even if you didn't hear your name called, hi, Rastaman, you got to say hi to Rastaman. Rastaman bombs was raised quick. Rhonda Spencer, Tom, all of you. Carol Ferguson, all of you. Joan Holder, all of you. All of you. Good evening to you. Guess what? My name is Mark Benchop. We're going to rock and roll this evening. Man, I got lots and lots of things I want to talk to you guys about. But before, let's say hi to Arlene, Ruben, Benjamin, Beatrice, Selby, Carl Miller, the whole crew. Garfield, how are you guys doing? Every single one of you. I can go on for just 1 hour and just call out all of your names and salute all of you for your bravery. All of you, what you do, it contributes towards digging up and digging away at the dictatorship in Guyana. All of you. This is not a one-man show. This is not one individual, one group, one organization, one whatever. This is a together thing, guys. How are you guys doing? Good evening and welcome to Straight Up. What are we going to start off with this evening? What do you guys want us to start off with? Tell me. All right. Let me start the batting. I'm an opening batsman. I've always been that. Well, let me stop with this I and we and I, and not we, I and me and I this and I this and me this and me that. Those things got their own people and their own shows, not here. But this guy, this Paku, is in Canada right now, Ottawa. He's in Ottawa. Guyanese say Ottawa, but he's in Ottawa. And then he puts it up there so that everybody can see that he's in Ottawa. Doing what only God knows, out of this world, what he's doing there. He's hugging, he's kissing up, and he's giving away Guyana to people, for the most part, who do not care about Guyana. They just don't care. Everybody wants a piece of Guyana. Some of you would know this song from some Gully Bop. Everybody wants a piece of, right? Everybody wants a piece of Guyana right now. Everybody wants a piece off of Guyana. But what is there? Everybody's taking a piece off of Guyana. Everybody's giving a piece off of Guyana except Guyanese. You think the people in Blackbush getting a piece of Guyana? You think the people in Linden getting a piece of Guyana? Do you think so? Seriously, do you guys think that the people of Linden getting a piece of Guyana? Take a walk around Guyana. Take a walk around Guyana. Take a walk around Linden. Go and see. It's an oil-rich country. Supposed to be. But what is it that the people of Guyana getting? Take a walk in Linden. You will see the school for $200 or $300 million still there. Nothing has become. Nothing, and nobody cares in the regime. No one cares. But you guys out there, always talking, always fighting about what is happening, which is good. Always holding these pakus in office accountable. All of you. Like Shakespeare said, what is it Shakespeare said? The world is but a stage, and all of us are actors, actresses in some cases. All of us are actors. You have your role to play. I have. We all have our roles to play. And so we all contribute towards the breaking down of this corrupt empire, the corrupt PPP empire. We all do that. Look at how many of you have been after this situation with the school. I just wish that the people out there in Linden could go out there in their numbers and protest this school. Stand up and protest and let the world see what is happening under the corrupt PPP regime. Shame on the PPP regime. Shame on the Minister of Education. Shame on her. Do you think they really care about people? They don't. They just do not care about people. You see what's happening in Linden? Talk about Region 10. Go to Ituni. See what's happening at the health center. See what's going on there. Absolutely, and I repeat, absolutely nothing. No jobs, no nothing. In Linden, no jobs, no nothing. Thank God, though, for overseas-based Guineas and their relatives who are able to ensure that, for the most part, their loved ones are provided for. Some of those folks have a job, a little job, but the bulk of those people have no job, none whatsoever. Go to Kokwani, it's even worse. They have no bank, they have nothing, no passport, access to nothing. They have to travel all the way from Kokwani to go to Linden. The elderly got to go to Linden to, guess what? Their little pension. Nothing, nobody cares. But at least we've got to give some credit, lots of credit, to the coalition, because the coalition was in the right direction, doing the right thing for all Guyanese until some of them were sleeping at the wheel. Some of those ministers, you couldn't get in touch with them. They didn't give a rat's about anybody. They were too highty-tighty. They were too big shot. Some of them gone and hide now. You don't see them. They don't care. And some of them who are speaking out now, not all of them, you couldn't get access to them at all, for the most part. But now they're all overthrowing themselves at you. Presume who's in my minister so and so? You were a former minister. How come you end up in my arms? Right? Not in that sense, but anyways, yeah. So now you guys get the point. Go quarantine. Go Port Morant Hospital rundown. Go to Skeldon. Skeldon Hospital the other day, a youngster out in Skeldon was complaining that his son was at the hospital for hours upon hours and waiting to see a doctor, and there's no doctor. None, nothing at all. Under the PPP regime, these are the things that's happening. Lots and lots of things that are happening, and that is why all of you, every single one of you, have to get the credit. If I gotta give you guys an award tonight, all of, well, most of you, except the trench crappos, but most of you will get an award. Not the usual award, but you get a real award. You deserve it. You guys are the champions. I checked the statistics. Majority of our listeners are in Georgetown. Don't be fooled. Thousands upon thousands of listeners are in Georgetown, followed by New York, followed by Linden, followed by, I think, New Amsterdam, then you get Buxton, then you get BV, then you get Skeldon. People from all walks are watching and listening. And so good evening to all of you. Every single one of you. Tony Hack, I told you guys he's up to some trick tonight. He's asking where is Ann John. He wants some. Come on, leave Ann John alone. Ann John probably didn't pay her internet bill, so she's not on tonight. All right, what else is it that we can talk about? What else? Victor Ben, good evening to you. What else do you guys want us to talk about? Oh, here we go, before we forgot. Thank you so much, Lemon. I bet you guys miss Lemon, right? Jagdeo in 2008 said that the Judiciary Bar Group must, and this was the PNCR, sorry, said that the bar group and so forth must respond to this madman, this criminal, Barra Jagdeo, because every single opportunity this guy attacks members of the judiciary in the most vile way. He doesn't care. He lifts his skirt up. He doesn't care whether he has on it. You know what I mean? And he doesn't care. But recently, because somebody who is connected to the opposition decided that they were going to be critical of the judge, the acting chief justice ruling, Jagdeo bum starts to raise, and he got upset and all manner of things. And he was calling on Guyanese to denounce, I think it was Vincent Adams, to denounce Vincent Adams. But this guy has a horrible record and history of attacking judges. If you think I'm lying, ask Claudette Singh. Ask Claudette Singh what he did to her for 20-something, but then again, don't ask Claudette Singh that any longer, because Claudette Singh is part and parcel of the corrupt cabal in Guyana. Speaking of Claudette Singh, somebody is saying, when was the last time you guys heard from Claudette Singh? When was the last time she held a press conference? Somebody in the audience, please tell me. When was the last time Claudette Singh had a press conference? When was the last time you heard her voice? Someone is saying, and I don't know how accurate it is, but maybe Claudette Singh can come out of where she's hiding and speak. Somebody says that she doesn't understand what's going on and she may be suffering from Alzheimer. No, I am not calling any sickness on anybody. But no, I'm not. Come on, guys, I'm not. But when was the last time you guys heard from Claudette Singh? No press conference, no nothing, absolutely nothing. And I'm told that she's not really running the show. She's just a figurehead. She sits there. She doesn't remember her name. She doesn't even remember where she works. That's according to information, mind you. And if you get the information, we just talk according to the information. We're not saying that that's the case. But the fact that we haven't heard from Claudette Singh at a press conference or anything for the longest time, longest time, it means that she's into hiding. She's hiding something. Somebody says when she talks, she trembles. And this is not mocking anybody because I'm getting up there too, guys. Come on. I'm getting up there too, right? So this is not attacking persons who are all the way up there because I can't believe I'm getting up there too. No. And is that she suffers from Alzheimer's disease. And so she can hardly remember stuff, and she's very forgetful. She can't speak properly. That is what we're hearing. And so the other thing that we're hearing because of that, the PPP is using her basically, and they hope that she can rally through for 2025 elections. They're hoping, and they're down on their knees. Jagdeo, yes, it's not a case of disaccustomed, but he's down on his knees, hoping and wishing. Mind you, I said hoping and wishing, and not hoping and praying, but hoping and wishing, because he's an atheist. And this is not knocking those who don't believe in God. It's your prerogative. But the minute something hits the fan with these people who don't believe in God, the first thing, guess what comes out of their mouth? Oh, God. Right? And so this guy is down on his knees, of course, familiar territory, mind you, hoping and wishing that Claudette Singh is going to make it all the way to 2025 so she can hopefully continue on the path of corruption. That is what's happening there. Maybe that explains why we're not hearing from Claudette Singh. Claudette, wherever you are, come out of the pulpit or wherever you're hiding. Just come on out and speak to the people. The people want to hear about the voters list, the corrupt voters list. The people want to hear about that. That is what they want to hear. That is what they want to hear. People are tired of just the talk. At a press conference today held by the leader of the opposition, the Honorable Aubrey Compton Norton, and the Honorable Member of Parliament, Kemraj Ramjatan. They were there at a press conference, sitting next to each other at a press conference for the first time. For me, I think that's a good image. Regardless of how some of you may feel about both gentlemen, I do think it was a good image, and I give that press conference a passing grade. They did well. But one of the things that I'm just tired of these guys talking and just talking, for example, let's get back to Policia. They're talking about Policia, and that it is wrong. We all know that it is wrong. Not even PPP supporters support this idea of Policia. Nobody supports it in Guyana. Nobody in their right mind support this particular move by the corrupt PPP regime. No one. But yet these lawyers in the opposition, we're just getting from them some bites and some bites and some bites and so forth. Like what we heard today at that press conference. Ramjatan, the trained lawyer, is talking about what is wrong, and he hopes that it is removed, and it was an executive decision, and so forth and so on. And nobody wants that. It's good, yeah, the talking is good, but talks without action is nothing. Absolutely nothing. And if these lawyers, Ramjatan, the lawyers in the coalition, including the AFC and the APMU, they're lawyers. Ramjatan is a lawyer. Why is it thus far this idea, this corrupt and treasonous idea by the corrupt and racist PPP regime cannot be challenged in the court? File an injunction against the police force, including the Minister of Home Affairs, Rope Sinben. You rope him in to answer questions and to show cause as to why these police vehicles have the name Policia on it. They got to show cause. This is a violation of Guyana's constitution. And nobody can tell me that Irfan Ali has the right to get up one morning from his hammock or his couch or whatever he's sleeping at there at State House, the People's House, and say that this is justified. It is not justified. And I just don't want to hear the talk things from the guys them in the opposition. talking sometimes, and some things are okay. But some things really need action. They have lawyers. Ramjatan is a lawyer. Raphael Trotman is a lawyer. I'm talking about trained lawyers. Roysdale Ford is a lawyer. He's a senior counsel. They have other lawyers in the PNC. Come on, guys, get up and challenge this here. Once and for all, challenge it. People don't just want to talk at press conference. Some of y'all at press conferences just want to talk. And some nice. At least there's some better than Jack Deere and Irfan. God in heaven knows what Jack Deere talks at this press conference. They're nonsense. He starts off, first of wipe him out like, sorry I had to do that to you guys. It's 30 minutes after 9 o'clock. Sorry that I had to put you guys through that sort of painful moment. But is there anything good that is happening in the country other than our young girls who went to Singapore the other day and they did our country proud? They represented Guyana. Kudos to them. Is there any other good thing? Because I want to talk about some good things first, man. Is there any other good thing that's happening in Guyana? I don't know. But look, here's what I want to touch on. Let's get to the drug system right now. James Singh. He's the head of KANU. And KANU, basically the drug agency in Guyana. And this guy is very controversial. Law enforcement agencies outside of Guyana, for the most part, do not have confidence in him. Story done. And I don't have to explain why. But a lot of the agencies, relevant agencies, law enforcement agencies in the United States do not have confidence in him. And not because of the submarine with cocaine. And by the time folks got to the submarine, the cocaine was already removed. And then at that time, the coalition was in office. He was removed from office. James Singh was removed as head of KANU, the Custom Anti-Narcotics Unit. He was removed as head, and a guy by the name of Atherley, Michael Atherley, he is the head, former chief of staff of the Guyana Defense Force. He became the head of KANU. And then when the corrupt PVP got back into office through illegal means, they removed Michael Atherley and guess who they put back there? Yes, James Singh. Nobody has confidence in James Singh. And this is no personal attack at James Singh. Absolutely not. Because, when you constructively and objectively go after and criticize these guys, they get vexed, they bumps raise. But James Singh is incompetent. People seem to think, mind you, especially those in law enforcement agencies, seem to believe that James Singh is compromised. Now, I want to make this politically clear. I'm not sure whether he's compromised or not. But people in law enforcement agencies outside of Guyana are of the view that he is compromised. Now, look at this here. Cocaine in Guyanese fishing vessel caught by Spanish authorities. The explanation that James Singh, by the way, James Singh is the son of Joe Singh, retired General Joe Singh. And so this cocaine, maybe 1 or 2 tons of cocaine found on some ship called Matthew. James Singh explained that no, the cocaine was not loaded in Guyana and all manner. How does he know that? Just like he knew that there was no cocaine on the submarine, the makeshift submarine from Colombia. Just like he knew that there was no cocaine on all the planes that are landing in those illegal airstrips across Guyana, illegal airstrip at Oriala and so forth and so on. There's still those airplanes, dropping off tons and tons of cocaine in Guyana. But it so happened that leadership of the Guyana Police Force is turning a blind eye on these sort of things. And the leadership of the Guyana Defense Force, they also may be turning a blind eye on these illegal planes in Guyana's territory, dropping off cocaine, probably guns, and God in heaven knows what else they're dropping off. And that is the Guyana that we have today. That is the Guyana. Now, here's what. You know the $214 million. This is it. $214 million. US dollars, my friends. $214 US dollars. Taxpayers' monies. A big company like Exxon audited, and this $214 million, questionable, belongs to the taxpayers, belong to the people of Guyana. Exxon is zigzagging on this issue. They couldn't do that in America. They couldn't do that in the UK. They probably couldn't even do that in Saudi Arabia or wherever else. But they feel comfortable doing it in Guyana because they feel that Guyana get a set of pacus as politicians. That they can sit down behind closed doors and meet with some of those pacus, and those pacus walk out of the secret meetings with Exxon guys them and nothing. They have nothing to report to the Guyanese people. Absolutely nothing. This is a shame and a disgrace. And if this had happened in the US, do you think Exxon could have run around this? Do you think they could have been hiding behind some closed door and closed door meetings with members of Congress or the Senate and so forth and so on? No, but they feel comfortable doing this in Guyana because they have a bunch of pacus who are heading the government right now. A bunch of pacus, a bunch of corrupt vagabonds. And that is why ExxonMobil feel comfortable doing these sort of things. Now let's go to a short clip. And you guys will get a better understanding as to what's really happening with all of your oil money. Billions upon billions of dollars. We'll be right back.
In the realm of PPP's comedic governance, where audits turn into enigmatic puzzles and mysteries abound, a tale of financial intrigue unfolds. Brace yourselves, dear listeners, for a journey into the heart of Guyana's petroleum unit, where numbers dance and budgets play hide and seek. Imagine this, a colossal sum of USD $214 million in contested costs, magically whittled down to a mere USD $3 million. How, you ask? Well, it's a bit like watching a magician make an elephant disappear. You bring in the British firm, IHS Markit, and their audit becomes an epic quest to transform mountains of spending into molehills. But there's a twist. The audit takes on a life of its own, stretching endlessly into the bureaucratic abyss. Documents shuttle back and forth like an eternal game of financial ping pong. And what about the cost? Who cares about funds that could be invested in vital services like education and healthcare? In the labyrinth of bureaucracy, it's simply another twist in the plot. But hold on to your financial reports because a grand investigation is underway. The Ministry of Natural Resources dons its detective hat to uncover the enigmatic figures behind this vanishing act, from USD $214 million to USD $3 million. However, the names of these shadowy figures remain hidden, a well-guarded secret until the investigation reaches its climax. Suspense, after all, is the essence of any good investigation. But fear not. The man who knows everybody's business but claims to know nothing about this audit, Mr. Sugate himself, Vice President Bharat Jagdeo, pledges to reveal all once the investigation concludes. Until then, we're left with a cliffhanger worthy of a Hollywood thriller. In this labyrinth of PPP confusion powder, even the Guyana Revenue Authority, GRA, plays a leading role. Despite concerns about their inability to do audits, the GRA steps onto the stage, armed with tax expertise and understaffed departments ready to decipher the audit's complexities. In the world of bureaucratic theater, where paperwork reigns supreme, the audience is left pondering, will Guyana's petroleum unit ever find its resolution, or will the audit saga continue to baffle and bewilder? These are the people managing Guyana's oil wealth. This is more like cat watching milk. God help us.
Yeah, my name is Jacinti Caldata Francis Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my X next to the cup. And what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more, not going to vote anymore, no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data.
So this is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington law firm located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
214 million US dollars missing. And the opposition isn't making sufficient noise. It is not that they're not saying anything. Of course they're saying. They're sitting and saying things. But they're not making enough noise. They're not standing up in front of the headquarters of Exxon and calling for this matter to be settled. Exxon can settle this. In less than 24 hours, it can be settled. Exxon can come straight out and say, well, look, there's a discrepancy. There's something that's going on. It doesn't make our company look right. And based on that, we want to make the record straight. We want the people of Guyana to see us as good partners. We want the people of Guyana to see us as good investors. And therefore, we are obligated. This is what the audit turns up. And we are good business people. We love the Guyanese people. Here is your $214 million. But no, they're not going to do that. And maybe some of you can say they're business people. Why should they do that? Maybe some of you are correct. But when the tide is turning against you, as the tide is turning against Exxon, they are obligated to set the record straight and to stand up and to ensure that they let the people of Guyana know that they are transparent. When they hide behind a bunch of corrupt politicians, those in the PPP, especially those in the PPP regime, when they hide behind a Jack Dale, as corrupt as he is, and when they hide behind an Irfan Ali, and we all know there's nothing different. He has had 19 fraud charges. And so when these guys in Exxon hide behind these corrupt politicians in the PPP and expect the politicians them to save them, I wish for Exxon to know that this doesn't look right at all. Something is very fishy. And since it is fishy, not only is Jack Dale smelling up the entire nation or Irfan Ali, so is ExxonMobil. And therefore, ExxonMobil is entitled. They're expected to do the right thing. And if they can't do the right thing, well, the people of Guyana have to do the right thing too, is demand their monies. How can you demand their money? How can you demand your money from any company, be it Exxon or whomever? You can't just sit down and just listen to the sound bites of your politicians. You can't sit down and listen to the sound bite of your elected or selected officials, your MPs and so forth. You've got to go out there. You've got to do what is right. And this is not to say that others who are out there now, and I really do mean that, believe that people should join them. You know what I mean? When they don't join others in the struggle against the oppressive regime. This struggle is not just about oil, it's about everything. Because every day there's a controversy. Every day there's a allegations of corruption. Every single day, people are feeling the squeeze. And if this thing is going to get further in terms of digging into the PPP regime, all got to put their resources to the table. Not one who believes that, oh, this is just about Exxon. And to hell with the other people who are fighting for human rights and fighting against discrimination and all these manner of things, that those people are ignored and feel it's just about oil and oil. No, it's more than oil. Of course, it includes oil, but all must get to the table. And so if you want your $214 million back, don't sit and expect those politicians to dress up, some of them, and go into Parliament and for some bites on the camera say, we should get our money. And then when they walk out of Parliament, they do nothing about that. Or they comb up their hair, do up themselves, put on the tie, put on the makeup, the nice extension makeup, whatever it is, and they just for the some bite and for the photo op. And nothing gets beyond that. Absolutely nothing gets beyond that. Nothing at all. And hence we say, people want people to fight for them. Go out and fight for them. It's got to be physical. And to hell with what the PPP thinks. That if you go out there, the PPP can think this way. To hell about the PPP. Who cares what the PPP thinks? A struggle is a struggle. And a struggle is won not just by sitting down at press conferences and talk and blah, blah, blah. A struggle is not when a group of people just go out and are only concerned about what's happening in the Middle East and are only concerned about that as a result of religion. And nothing is wrong with being concerned about other places and human rights violations, right? Gross human rights violations on both sides. But charity begins at home. What about the human rights violations at home? What about the racial discrimination at home? And if you claim, some of you guys out there who claim to be good Muslims, and this is not an attack on the Muslims. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Right? Good. This is not an attack. But the one-sidedness, it is blatant. Blatant. People who have never walked the streets and protest about corruption, discrimination, economic genocide, extrajudicial killings, and Guyana being coined now an apartheid state. They don't protest about that. They're not concerned about that. They're concerned about what happened in the Middle East right now. Of course, we want peace around the world, but we also want peace in Guyana. We want corruption to stop. We want the discrimination to stop. Discrimination of contracts. Discrimination of building schools. Do you think that school left unattended in Linden? Do you think that could have been the case somewhere in Berbice or Bath Settlement? That a contractor could have been so goddamn disrespectful? No, but it's Linden, right? These are discriminations. These are things that those people who are protesting for what's happening in the Middle East, let them protest about what's happening in Guyana. Let them protest about what's happening on the border between Venezuela and Guyana. They're not going to protest. They're not going to say a word about those things because it doesn't suit them. It doesn't fit their agenda. But they feel what makes them nice or what makes them righteous as Muslims is to hold up their Palestinian flag and say peace and this out there and it must stop. And what about holding a Guyana flag and address the serious concerns and issues? And like I've said, discriminations and so forth in Guyana. They don't care. They don't care. They just don't care. And now I'm not being insensitive or at all. We want peace all over. And the human rights violations and the killings of innocent people on all sides got to stop. But when hundreds of people were being slaughtered in Guyana, nobody cared. Nobody gave a damn. Those same people who are suddenly walking and protesting, they never cared. Some of them who are walking and protesting themselves were involved in extrajudicial killings in Guyana, phantom squad killings and death squad killings and all these manner of things. But they're concerned about what's happening in the Middle East, right? That's what they're concerned about. A bunch of hypocrites, if you ask me. Now, let's move away from that now, and let's touch on little boys' issues. Because you know they get some big men love to interfere with little boys. Big men, big men. Some of them still in the closet, and no, one day in the closet, let us stay in the closet, right? But they get big men. Big men. Some of you might be surprised by some of them too. Some of you suspect some of them too, right? But big men going after little boys, it has got to stop. Got to stop. Take a look at, but maybe we didn't get a chance for that there, but there is, oh yeah, sorry, we do have that. I want you guys to take a look at this here. And we're not going to play the entire video, but this here, the allegations leveled against this particular person, alleged suspect, attempting to meet up with a decoy, portraying to be a minor.
Hey, Quinn. What's going on, Quinn? What's going on? It's me.
Oh,
How you doing, man? Let's have a talk before you go upstairs. What you're doing right now is illegal.
yeah.
You know this, right? So let's sit down and talk about it. I'm not a cop. I'm not here to fight or nothing. You heard? You already gave me your address. You gave me your apartment number. Like,
Call you back.
yeah, you need to go, yeah. So, let me see something. You deleted it?
For
The conversation?
oh no.
Let me see. There you are. See, you here? I'm here. Where you at? I'm here. Your name is Quinn, right?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be Josh, the 14-year-old little boy.
Yeah,
But I'm not
I-
14.
Yeah, I know, but as you can see, I was skeptical too.
You were skeptical, but you stepped on. Come on, baby. Come over, baby.
Yeah, no, but I was talking, but honestly speaking, could you avoid the camera?
No, I can't. This is just for safety reasons, okay? That's why you can't say, I hit you, and there's a bullet. No, that's just for safety. For safety, you know? It's just for safety. Don't worry about it. Just have an educated conversation. Am I right? I mean, I'm not here to harass you. I'm not bullying you. See? Nice, calm. No, you know, right? So, Quinn, why are we doing this, man?
Okay, well, I'm gay, right?
Okay, okay.
And I don't have a partner,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean 100% that I would go with a young person. You understand? As you can see from the get-go with the conversation, you understand me? It just sometimes you would invite someone and you and them would sit to chill and whatever, but you would just have, you would invite them over for get something done, and it would end up being a conversation or, you know, other things and nothing of what they come about.
Quinn, you treated me the chat logs. You was talking to me the whole time. The chat logs say something a little more different. A little disturbing there. The chat logs say something different. The conversation that we had,
Yeah.
it said different. You know?
No, but
it
I
wasn't.
understand
You
what
said
you were saying. I understand what you're saying, but I'm explaining my side because at the end of the day, I'm human.
okay. I understand you're human. I'm human too.
Yeah.
We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
But this right here is so illegal. You know it and I know it. It's so illegal.
But I'm gonna.
You know, I mean, there's no make no promises or nothing. You know, you there's no reason because you gay doesn't mean anything.
I understand.
That doesn't mean anything.
I understand what you're saying, sir. It is illegal because you gotta allow somebody to grow, live, whatever. But why I said I'm gonna done with it, I don't want to be caught up in something like this again.
But right now you are, Quinn. You really are. You messed up. You know?
And I'm sorry.
I'm sorry they didn't do it. I mean, it is what it is. You're only human, right? This is the first time you ever did this, Quinn?
No, I met people on the site before, but
No, I'm saying it's like somebody that's a minor.
no, as I said,
Like, put like this, has any minor hit you up before?
yes.
I
was.
You blocked them and everything?
Yes, I
Did
blocked
they ever
them.
send you pictures and stuff like that?
Yeah, a lot of people send pictures.
No, I'm just saying the young ones, the kids.
Yeah, a lot of kids send pictures.
Well, you don't got nothing saved on your phone, right?
All right, so parents, you've got to be extra careful with your kids and the internet. You've got to be extra careful. Lots and lots of predators are out there. Lots of predators. They just don't go after your little daughters or what. They go after your sons as well. Parents, be extra careful with your children. Please be extra careful. Lots and lots of wicked folks are out there. They don't care whether it's a 13-year-old, whether it's a 12-year-old, whether it's a 10-year-old. They just don't care at all. They just do not care. So just be careful, guys. And that's the reason why I decided to show that video. Be careful. And those sort of individuals, those predators come in all forms. All forms. You might be surprised at some of them. And, you might be very shocking, right? It might be very shocking to some of you. But be very careful with those big men who go after little boys. Big men who go after little boys. Guys, I'm just going to end on that note. I'm going to see you guys back tomorrow, right here. Sorry that we end on that note. I'll replay the Exxon $214 million US dollars. You guys got to pray for Guyana. You got to pray for Guyana. Too much talking. Too much talking. And whilst you're talking, the PPP corrupt cabals, they're getting richer and richer and richer by stealing your monies. Some pretending that, boasting that they're billionaires and they're this. I can be a billionaire if I work hard, honest dollars, and I can say, good, you can be a billionaire if you work hard, honest dollars. But if you smuggle cocaine, you smuggle gold, you smuggle fuel, and all manner of things, and allegations of killings and assassinations in Guyana, and you call yourself a billionaire, that's questionable. That's what you call a questionable billionaire. Don't be fooled by some of these guys, folks. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same place, same time. Right here on 107.1 FM. God bless you all, and God bless Guyana.
In the realm of PPP's comedic governance, where audits turn into enigmatic puzzles and mysteries abound, a tale of financial intrigue unfolds. Brace yourselves, dear listeners, for a journey into the heart of Guyana's petroleum unit, where numbers dance and budgets play hide and seek. Imagine this, a colossal sum of USD $214 million in contested costs, magically whittled down to a mere USD $3 million. How, you ask? Well, it's a bit like watching a magician make an elephant disappear. You bring in the British firm, IHS Markit, and their audit becomes an epic quest to transform mountains of spending into molehills. But there's a twist. The audit takes on a life of its own, stretching endlessly into the bureaucratic abyss. Documents shuttle back and forth like an eternal game of financial ping pong. And what about the cost? Who cares about funds that could be invested in vital services like education and healthcare? In the labyrinth of bureaucracy, it's simply another twist in the plot. But hold on to your financial reports, because a grand investigation is underway. The Ministry of Natural Resources dons its detective hat to uncover the enigmatic figures behind this vanishing act, from USD 214 million to USD 3 million. However, the names of these shadowy figures remain hidden, a well-guarded secret until the investigation reaches its climax. Suspense, after all, is the essence of any good investigation. But fear not. The man who knows everybody's business but claims to know nothing about this audit, Mr. Sugate himself, Vice President Bharat Jagdeo, pledges to reveal all once the investigation concludes. Until then, we're left with a cliffhanger worthy of a Hollywood thriller. In this labyrinth of PPP confusion powder, even the Guyana Revenue Authority, GRA, plays a leading role. Despite concerns about their inability to do audits, the GRA steps onto the stage, armed with tax expertise and understaffed departments ready to decipher the audit's complexities. In the world of bureaucratic theater, where paperwork reigns supreme, the audience is left pondering, will Guyana's petroleum unit ever find its resolution, or will the audit saga continue to baffle and bewilder? These are the people managing Guyana's oil wealth. This is more like cat watching milk. God help us.
Mr. Mark, I believe every word of what Mr. Shu is saying. I am also afraid of Mr. Shu. Mr. Shu, if you are listening, I don't want anybody to harm you. This is a serious thing. Corruption is big. And we Chinese have to stop that. Been bullied by Jack Dale and other government officials to pay bribe. It's big all over Guyana. A Chinese to pay by bribe. Mr. Shu, I hope you to stay strong. Do not. We respect and salute you.
Yeah, my name is Jacinti Caldata Francis Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my X next to the cup. And what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data. I have none.